Want to be in the video? You want to be in the video? Do you want to be in my YouTube video? Do you want to be in the video? Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you— what are you doing? I'm trying to film a video, you're being so rude. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today we're going to be talking about 10 tips to get you started in the gym if you are a beginner. If you bought a gym— oh, my hand just went into his mouth. Dude, you gotta stop. He doesn't want me filming a video today. Do you hate me? You don't even want me to be successful on YouTube. You're a hater. Please leave me alone. So this video is for you if you have a gym membership and you've just been prolonging going because maybe you're nervous about it and you don't really know what you're doing and you just want some more information before you hop into the gym, or if you are planning on getting a gym membership and you're just kind of afraid to because of the same exact reasons. You don't know what you're doing, you don't have experience, and you feel nervous. I've been there. I think everybody has been there before. Here are my 10 fitness tips to help you get started in the gym so you don't have to feel super nervous about it. And if you are a beginner, just keep watching. So my first tip is to go with a friend. My first gym membership was to the YMCA. I would go with my friend after school, and I mainly just did cardio. I wasn't that comfortable with weights yet. I mean, I experimented with them here and there, but it wasn't anything like what I'm doing right now. So mainly I just did the elliptical. I would go on the treadmill, but I was still really nervous just to be in that environment because I would see people from my high school there, I would see student athletes, and I just felt really intimidated around certain groups of people that I didn't know very well, or just people that I could tell have been going to the gym for quite some time and I was new. So going with her helped me to feel kind of like I was less alone. You know, she was also kind of inexperienced in the gym, and we had each other to keep ourselves motivated and hold each other accountable. But I will say that when you do go with a friend, you want to go with somebody who is kind of working towards the same goals as you, somebody who is wanting to be productive in the gym, and it's not just going to be like a social hour for them. So you want to be able to work out with this person and kind of help each other through the workout, but not be talking the entire time, you know. So go with somebody that you think will be a positive asset for your gym experience and not just a distraction. So my second tip might seem a little bit silly, but it's one that I wholeheartedly stand by and that has helped me a ton, and that is to get workout clothes that you feel good in. So when I'm in an outfit that I think is really cute and that I really like and that I feel confident in, it makes me want to be in the gym. It makes me want to be working out and looking at myself in the mirror doing certain workouts. I'm like, your outfit's cute, you look good. So if I'm wearing an outfit that I think I look good in and I feel more confident in, it leads to a better workout because I tend to just be more productive and it makes me want to be there. Some brands that I really like to wear are Women's Best. I really love Alpha Elite. Lululemon. Lululemon is obviously pretty pricey. There are a bunch of dupes for Lululemon though, like for example 90 Degree Sportswear has leggings that are really similar to the Lululemon Aligns. So my third tip is set small realistic goals but keep the big picture in mind. You're not just going to jump into the gym and be there for a month, 2 months, and suddenly see a six-pack or these like huge legs with big glutes or really sculpted arms and like shoulder caps and all of these like amazing muscle features that you were trying to work for, if that's your goal. Or maybe you want to just completely lose fat, or maybe you want to put on weight, or whatever it is that you're going for. If you're going to the gym and you're there for a short period of time and you don't see results, don't get discouraged. People work on their bodies for years and years and years and they still aren't where they want to be. So it's always a work in progress. This is something that you're going to work on for the rest of your life. It's a benefit to go to the gym for your health, for your mental state, you know, like it's not just about your physical appearance once you step inside the gym and once you start taking care of your body. The physical appearance is just a side effect of hard work. Another goal that I had when I first started working out is to be able to squat 250 pounds. I remember 250 was the number that I wanted to reach for my squat. But obviously I'm not going to go in and start squatting 100 pounds even. You know, I started with the bar, I started with the regular squat bar, and that was so hard for me. It was so hard for me to squat with just the bar, you know, and I felt embarrassed because I was looking at all these other girls in the gym and all these guys who were squatting like 300 pounds, and these girls had like these like perfectly shaped glutes and legs, and you could see their hamstrings, and I was so jealous and I felt so inferior. And I learned that those numbers are going to take a long time for me to reach, and that's nothing to feel bad about. It's an experience, and you have to enjoy trying to reach those numbers and working hard and failing sometimes. You know, it's just a part of it. So you have to embrace the fact, it sounds really corny, but just embrace the process. Once you reach those numbers, knowing that you've worked so hard to get there is going to make it that much worth it, that much more worth it. So a spin-off for tip number 3 is to make sure that you're taking rest days. Rest days are super important, and a lot of people tend to neglect them. When I started working out, I never took rest days. I thought gym, 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 all days of the week. Sometimes I went twice a day, every day, which is too much. It's not necessary. So I would go like every single day for 7 days, and then I wouldn't take a rest day, and my body would be so tired all the time. Like I would be so drained, and I never understood the importance of taking a rest day. It's important for your body, it's important for your mind. Don't be too like laser focused, I need to go to the gym for 3 hours, 2 hours, whatever, every single day, and not give myself any rest. Rest days are so important. I would recommend taking 1 to 3 rest days every week. Honestly, maybe 2 is like the sweet spot, but if you're just starting out, try going for 2 to 3 rest days every week, and then you can decrease that number as you start working out more. But yeah, make sure to not neglect rest days because they're super important for your own progress and your mental health. So my 4th tip is to invest in a pair of really good headphones. So I used to use these really old headphones that my dad had that he actually got from being on an airplane, which is like so cheap of me. They literally like were the shittiest headphones ever, and I just didn't want to go out and get myself a new pair because I was in high school and I like didn't want to spend money and I didn't have a job, blah blah blah. So I was like, let me just use my dad's like dusty old pair of headphones that barely work. So I ended up using those for a little bit, and I could hear, like I said, I could hear people's conversations. I could hear weights slamming on the floor. Every time I heard weights clanging, it would make me more intimidated. And I'm over here on the elliptical with like 1 pound ankle weights. Like, what am I doing here? It made me more intimidated. You want to get headphones that can block the noise around you. It won't be, conversations around you won't be a distraction. People around you won't be a distraction. You won't hear other people lifting, the weights clanging, which was a really big deal for me when I went, because I was literally like, guys, I was so insecure when I first started in the gym. Like, just the noises of weights scared me. I didn't like that. So me having really cheap, shitty headphones made that worse. But I was too stubborn to invest in a good pair. So, I mean, right now I'm using just like regular Apple headphones. I had AirPods, but I lost them. And then I also had some Beat headphones that I was using for a while, which are great. So make sure to invest in a pair of headphones that are noise canceling. I promise you it's going to help your workout so much more. It'll get you more pumped because the music's going to be louder. You're just going to be feeling yourself more. You're going to be feeling the workout more. So headphones, make sure you get some good ones. So tip number 5 is to plan your workout ahead of time. You can type your workout in your notes on your phone, and this will make it more accessible to you in the gym, so you can use it as a reference for when you are working out. I did this when I started working out. It was a big help to me. Sometimes I would bring around like a little notepad, and I would just scribble some things down when I was lifting. Like I would write the weight that I was using, so that next week or the next time I do that lift, like for squats for example, I would be able to look back and see, okay, so I squatted 50 pounds last week. Now I'm gonna try to do 55. I'm gonna add 2.5 pounds on each side of the bar. So this would kind of help me to structure my workout and to keep track of my own progress and hold myself accountable. So I think writing down your workout ahead of time and just planning and making yourself more organized is going to make your gym experience a lot better, and it's going to make your workout more efficient. If you fail to plan your workout and you have no idea what you're doing, especially as a beginner, it's going to be hard to kind of improvise, and you're going to be walking around the gym wondering, what do I do next? What should I superset this? What should I do this with? Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, try to plan your workout ahead of time, and you can bring around a little notepad if you want to walk around the gym with it, or if you kind of don't want to carry around a little notepad with you, definitely you can just use the notes section in your phone, and it'll help you a ton to stay more organized, and you will see a difference in your workout. So tip number 6 is basically to do your own research. You don't have to look at Instagram girls that are into fitness for every single workout that you do. I mean, I think girls like myself and a bunch of other ones out there, are really good examples to look to, but at the same time, I think you can build your own knowledge. Just go on the internet, look at articles, watch informative YouTube videos, and learn how to basically just structure a workout on your own and learn why you're doing a certain movement and the benefits of it. Learning proper form and all that kind of stuff that you basically need in order to have an effective workout. As a beginner, I would look at articles from bodybuilding.com and learn about squats. I learned about straight leg deadlifts, about walking lunges, about leg curls, like hamstring curls, all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to learn what is the best workout to put after squats, for example, or to do after lunges. The more educated you are, the less you're going to need to look to somebody else for advice. Or even utilize the trainers at your gym. They're there for a reason. That's their job. Don't be afraid to ask questions. So while Instagram is a great resource for you to use, make sure to not neglect the other one. So my next tip is to eat in a way that's tailored to your goals. If you are going into the gym and your goal is to be able to lift as much weight as you possibly can and to build a lot of muscle to put on a little bit of fat, but you're over here eating like less than 1,000 calories in a day, you're not going to get to your goals. I suggest downloading MyFitnessPal, which is the app that I use to track my workouts, or to track my food intake, and kind of just figure out how many calories you need to be able to gain a certain amount of weight or muscle, or to be able to lift a certain amount. And through tracking this, you'll be able to reach your goals better. On the other hand, if you're somebody that wants to maybe even lose muscle or to just lose body fat, and you don't really care about gaining muscle and lifting more, you just want to be slimmer, lose more fat, but you are eating 5 slices of pizza, like I'm just being dramatic, but if you're just eating pizza and cake every single day and pancakes for breakfast and candy throughout the day and all this type of junk, you are not going to lose the fat that you were trying to lose because you are not in a caloric deficit. So being able to make sure that your eating is tailored to your physique goals or the goals that you have in the gym in terms of numbers and lifting, then you want to make sure that your eating is aligned with that. I just want to give a quick disclaimer before anybody comes for me. Tracking your macros is not an end-all be-all. Like, you have to track your macros when you start working out and eating better. This can be a sensitive thing to do for a lot of people. I know that it took a toll on my mental health when I was doing it for too long. I was too obsessed with it and it was a little bit detrimental to me. So if you think you are sensitive with numbers and counting and food in general, I would suggest not tracking your macros and finding another method that works for you. So yeah, tracking your macros and keeping track of your calories is not a must by any means. There are other methods you can take in order to reach your goals. This is just something that worked for me for a period of time and for a lot of other gym goers that I've spoken to. So my next tip, this is for people who have not bought their gym membership yet and are thinking about it but still want to get some workouts in the comfort and the privacy of their own home. All you have to do is go to a store, get yourself a pair of dumbbells or a barbell. Either one will work. You can do so many workouts with either one of those things. And just try at-home workouts before you go to the actual gym. You can Google barbell or dumbbell workouts, you can go on YouTube, or you can buy my at-home gym program. It's an 8-week program. You can do any of those things. If you are interested in my 8-week program for at home, I will link it in the description box below. But regardless, you can work out at home and you can gain comfortability doing certain workouts, certain movements, and get your form down really, really well before you go to the gym and experiment with heavier weights. I think working out at home is a great tip for beginners to make yourself more comfortable. So tip number 9 is to start simple and low. And by this, I mean start with the basics and start with really low weight. This might seem pretty obvious to a lot of people, but I think a lot of people tend to neglect the fact that you really, really need to have your form down before you can increase in weight, or else you're just going to lead to an injury and prolong getting to your goals. Start with the basics. They will never do you wrong. So that would be squats, lunges, deadlifts, shoulder press, Arnold press, bicep curls, tricep extensions, all those workouts. You don't have to do any of these crazy movements that you see these girls are doing online and then fail to acknowledge that the most effective workouts are the simple ones. So for example, let's take squats again. You want to increase your squat. to, let's say 100 pounds is your goal. You're gonna start with the bar, which is 35, 45 pounds. If you can't just start with the bar, use a regular barbell, maybe do 20 pounds. Start with a low weight and make it a point that you cannot go any higher than that weight that you are starting with until your form is absolutely perfect. I have heard stories of people squatting or deadlifting or whatever and just going too heavy too quickly. This has happened to me before. I tried to do a straight leg deadlift. I ended up picking up an 80-pound barbell and trying to lift it off the floor. I didn't know what kind of form I should be using. I mean, I was used to doing maybe 30 pounds for a stiff leg deadlift, and I wanted to up my weight because I wanted results quicker. I ended up making my results come slower because I hurt myself. I ended up throwing out my lower back, and I literally couldn't walk normally for like 4 or 5 days. Like, it was terrible. I was in so much pain and it was not worth it. And then I lost being able to do a 30-pound stiff leg deadlift because, first of all, I was really discouraged and afraid to do it again, so I just completely stopped doing it because I didn't want to hurt my back again. So guys, it's so important not to increase the weight until your form is absolutely perfect. So my last tip is to have confidence, be patient with yourself, don't get discouraged, and be open to learning. You have to be okay with the fact that you are going to struggle. This is not just a linear thing. Like, going to the gym is not like just a straight up, like going up the hill, I'm squatting 100 pounds, then I'm gonna do 150, then 200, I'm gonna have abs next month, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not like that. It's more like you're gonna wake up in the morning and going to the gym is going to be the last thing that you want to do. But that's where motivation and habit comes into play. Motivation can only bring you so far. Don't get me wrong, you need motivation to go to the gym. I have motivation, you have motivation, everyone out there is motivated to do something. But motivation is not the ultimate driving force that's going to get us to our end goal. It's habit and consistency. And motivation is fleeting. Some days you're gonna be like, this, I'm gonna sit on my couch and eat Lay's chips all day and watch Netflix. Some days you're gonna be like, okay, no, I went to the gym for the past 5 days this week. I'm on a good schedule. I've made it this far. I can handle one more day. And then through time, that mentality is going to be ingrained in your head, and it's just going to be a habit for you. You're not going to look to motivation. You're not going to go on Instagram and see a girl with a perfectly shaped body and be like, okay, now I'm going because I see this person. You're going to go because it's a habit for you. It's a lifestyle. It's something that you are doing to better yourself. And that's why you should go, for yourself, not to necessarily look like anybody else, not to have an 8-pack or a 6-pack, whatever, not to have the biggest butt ever. It's to better your own life. It's to help your mentality, to clear your head, to de-stress, to make your anxiety go away for an hour or two. Like, that's, I mean, that might not be the case for you, but for me it is. I struggle a lot with anxiety, and whenever I go to the gym, it just dissipates. So yeah, don't be so hard on yourself, push yourself, and understand that everybody was a beginner at some point. Every single person that you see in the gym who's lifting all this weight, throwing all these weights around, these giant dudes, you think people came out of the womb looking like that? No. So guys, I really hope this has been helpful. My DMs are always open to help you guys, so you can always message me. I'll do my best to answer. I'll leave my Instagram right here. I'm going to leave my 8-week at-home program for anybody who does want to follow that tip and start working out at home a little bit before you can jump right into getting a gym membership and working out there. So guys, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for clicking on this video and showing me love and support. Make sure to subscribe and like this video. I really hope this has been helpful. I can think of like 30 more tips, but these are the 10 that like came to my mind right now, but I can make a part 2 if you want. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.